Okay.
Bam.
Bam.
Okay.
Okay. Yo.
Welcome to the Aceline Podcast.
What's going on,
What's
guys?
up, you guys?
Okay, who's doing the intro, Imani? Come on, let's figure this
I
out.
don't know. I didn't. I couldn't do it. Hey guys, welcome to the. I didn't like that. I don't like. Hey guys, welcome to the Aceline Podcast. I'm Imani.
I'm Jalen, and today we're talking about nothing
We want to
political.
date ourselves. Like how much do we want to be like the election? Because
Nah. No politics. I don't care to talk about politics. I do think how do I want to segue this into literally anything that can get me away from politics.
You don't have to segue. We can just
I
start
really
talking
don't.
about anything
No,
else.
okay, Imani. So at 7:20, regardless of if we're in the middle of saying something, we're gonna be like, okay, guys, that's it. Bye.
We're cutting it.
Yeah,
We're cutting it.
we're cutting it.
Guys, we're trying to do a lot better. We're
So
gonna be on time. We're gonna be succinct.
mhm.
And considering the fact that we're not already jumping into a topic.
We are officially up to date on podcast episodes, Imani. So
Whoa.
starting next week, this episode will be aired. Yeah,
We're finally like on time.
we're finally on time, and
Imagine there's just like I'm glad none of us have like changed drastically like looks wise since
I got a
between
haircut.
episodes. That's true. It looks good, by the way.
It's actually growing back. It's growing back now. I gotta shave again. I got the
I need
haircut
to
on the 12th, so that would actually I got it earlier than that. So
on the 12th
yeah,
of what?
of October.
You get a hair. That's how much it's grown. Did you cut it all the way?
No, I didn't cut this. I rounded this off because I'm growing this out because I want to get braids, money. I want to, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, wait. Can I tell you I saw a video that was like joking about like the hairstyle of like the shaved on the sides and like the braids on the top, and that just being the hairstyle of like every popular like black male character
Yeah,
like in
okay.
every show.
No, okay,
Like
let's
Echo
talk about
looks like
this.
that, fucking Killmonger. It started with Killmonger. After that they were like, "Oh, I think the black people like this one."
No, let's talk about this because in every show, Imani, ever since Black Panther, I swear that's where it was popularized.
Yes.
Like, because okay, Imani, here's the thing. Okay, I'll give it to you from my perspective. In character customizations, like in video games, black people have like two hairstyles. There's buzz cut, which is like just a little bit of hair, and just that's it. There's just a buzz cut, and then there's an afro. There are only two haircuts for black people. That is it. And now, Imani, there's three, and it's that haircut. I'm not even kidding. It's those three haircuts, and so gaming companies are just like, oh,
black. So they also wear it like that. Yeah.
Hey, okay, I got you.
So funny. It's like 70 choices for white hair. Like white hairstyles I'm like I've never seen since like the 70s. Like we don't even have like full mohawk style like fucking rat tail. I'm like you have that before you have like dreads. I can't get dreads in the game. That's asking for too much.
And if you're trying to play a black woman in
oh my god
in a game, Imani, just forget it. Honestly, just be like, honestly, maybe I'll just wear a helmet the entire time, so I'll be fine. Like
no one will know. Fine.
No one.
We do have our buns. They love a good bun moment, which I'm like feel like buns were very popularized, and I'm like fair enough. It's because I wear buns. I'm partial to them. When I had hair, this podcast has never seen me with hair. Isn't that crazy?
I guess it is crazy, yeah.
Right? Y'all used to have hair. It's insane.
Oh.
I gotta do something with this. Would you ever bleach your hair?
Bleach?
Like color it. But like bleach it to color it. Like something.
I suppose like every YouTuber has their era where they color their hair. You know,
it's not right now.
Maybe when I get braids, I thought about doing like a black and white kind of thing, like a mixture of it. but
That would be so sick. Like maybe like what, like white at the tips, or like
yeah. But no, I was thinking
ooh,
just like white strand, like it was just black and white, like going
oh,
together kind of
different
thing.
strands.
Yeah,
Whoa,
that's what I was
that's
thinking.
cool. That's so sick. You should. I
The,
like motivating other people to do things I'm too afraid to do myself.
the thing is, Imani, like I, I don't know. Okay, please, I'm not putting that curse on me, but
I didn't feel like the right order for that, but
no, it's not. It's not this. What did I do?
I think you're doing it in the wrong order. It might be like left, right, down, chest. I don't think there's a kiss to the sky after.
No,
I think
no,
that's a
no.
different
There's
story.
not. There's not. There's
I think
not. It's
that's
just. It's
something
just. It's
else.
just what I did. Just listen. I'm not putting this curse on me, but knock on wood, I might have 5 good years left. No, sorry, 6 good years of hair before my hairline starts receding.
No. Why do you think?
Now,
Why do you think that's gonna happen?
okay, listen, my dad is the only one in the family that he still has hair. He still grows. He's in his 50s now, early 50s, and he's still got gray hair. It's not receding or anything. It's balding in some spots, but so I'm hoping I stay true to that.
Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of hats. I don't like wearing hats. Like honestly, Imani, even wearing headphones like kind of scares me because
Oh.
I'm just like no, please, no. But
Uh,
yeah, actually no, I'm taking that back. I'm not putting that curse on me. I'll be all right.
I like your hand gestures, your religious examples. I'm taking that shit back.
I sent it up. Actually, God, let me. Oh shit, man. Just kidding. It's not gonna happen. So,
Damn.
um,
I think you're starting out so strong with hair that I'm like, I trust it. I think she'll stand the test of time.
and like you said, my hair grows back fast. Like I don't
That's
know.
that's a blessing.
It's
That really is.
it is. It's a blessing and a curse because like just more haircuts. But
That's true. I guess for you, I was like, for me, I'm like, that'd be great. Well, I gotta say, and sorry, now that I'll keep the hair conversation brief, but like, because I was telling Tara about it yesterday. I liked the balance of having like my hair shaved like here and then just having all my hair on the top. Like it's such a like your hair, like it's such a dynamic to have like a lot of hair that you can do fun stuff with, but then also having like the fun just sort of like the nice like clean cut on the bottom. It's a pretty sick combo. It's pretty good.
pretty
Pretty good.
good, pretty good. When me. By the way, I don't think we ever talked about how we met, and so to well in the podcast. I mean, I don't think so. Do you
Yeah,
think
yeah, we've never yeah, you haven't brought it up
we've never
every 2
discussed?
months. We've never talked about it at all.
No, I'm just thinking like have
Yeah, I don't think we've
we
ever mentioned it.
I'm not gonna go into the whole running after a hat or anything. All I'm gonna say is, and Imani can say her piece, okay? I
Wait, you're not
promise.
gonna say the whole you can't say half the story, but not the
Okay,
full
okay,
arc of
fine.
the
Okay,
story.
fine. Okay, fine. All right, let's start it like this, okay? Imani and
Well,
I, what?
no, yeah, go for it.
Imani and I met on a. If I say this the wrong way, they're gonna think you were from South Africa.
No,
Imani
I
and
say yeah, I say this
that's
every
what
time. I'll be like, "Yeah, I met someone in South Africa," and I'm like, "But not they weren't there before. We both
yeah.
went together."
That's why I'm like I met my girlfriend in South. Oh, you met your girlfriend? No, I met
Like
my.
she was there, but like she's not from
So
there.
your girlfriend like went on the trip with you? Well, no. Like my friend who was friends with her was on the trip, and then I met her in South Africa. No, at home. Like once we got. Oh, okay.
Yeah, saying I met my girlfriend from a like because I was on a trip in South Africa has a lot of implications
Yeah.
that are just not true. But
Um,
yes, we met in South Africa on a trip together. Because you know what, we really didn't meet that much before the trip, and
we
I
didn't.
got on a different flight, than you guys. I had to get on a
And
different flight.
and the orientation. I think I remember seeing you,
Yeah,
but
I think, but I you weren't memorable, so, you know.
and yet after this trip, y'all. These people couldn't get enough of me.
Honestly, you were so popular.
I was,
You really were.
No.
Okay, all right, relax.
Relax. Okay, but so what happened was Imani. I don't remember why. Was your plane just delayed or something? Imani came late.
Yeah, it was like super because like for this was like a couple years after 2020 when like airlines like they just didn't have enough pilots, and for international flights too, it was like there were a lot of late and like cancellations when it came to flights. So like they had to split us up between two flights, and I think our connecting flight got canceled or something. So like me and a couple of other people like had to come pretty late,
Yeah.
like a day early.
So yeah, I think so. We got there Monday. I remember Imani and the rest of them got there Wednesday. And actually, this is my first impression of Imani. I remember because it was raining that night, and we knew they were about to get there. They were like, "Hey, the rest of the like study abroaders are gonna be here soon. We should surprise them." So we were gonna they're like we were gonna rush out and grab their suitcases for them. And I remember I think I grabbed Imani's suitcase, and she was like, "I don't need someone to carry my suitcase." Like,
Oh, that's and you know what? And you know what, Jalen? I do remember that. I
yeah.
remember because at first I was like, and I think I don't know, because I will say I felt really bad being late. Like, cause like no offense to the people I was with, but it was like three older like women, which was like because we had a really large age range of that cohort, but all the younger people had like already gone, and I like was so terrified that everyone was gonna start like bonding on the trip, and then like it literally was just me, like I just wasn't gonna
So
be
who
there.
are you? Yeah.
No, really. And I was with my mom, and it felt embarrassing. Like I was stuck with my mom because she was like that was it too. Love my mom, and she was the one that was like organizing the trip for context. But and I like it. I was like, it's not nepotism, but I was like, it probably was a little bit. I mean, I paid the money, bitch, you know. But I like she I because I remember there was a chance I could go on the flight with you guys, but she did not want me to be separate from her. Like she was like, I want to keep you behind so that like because she's like, I have to stay behind with these people. I would rather you stay with me. Like I don't want you in this other country like doing other stuff if I'm like not there, which pissed me off so much because I was like, I could be there with the other people in the cohort, and like you made the decision for me without consulting me that like you wanted me there. So that made me already bonding and stuff like that, which was the case, but
Hey,
like you guys are like the nicest people.
you cut out a little bit there, by the way.
Oh shit. But I don't know. I'm just gonna you know
I
what,
don't
and
know.
that part of the story will be lost.
Whatever. God was just like, you know what? We don't need that
We don't need to
information
know
there.
that part. You're talking too much.
You're talking too much, actually. All right.
But I do remember getting there, and I think my brain didn't process that like you guys were just being nice. All I saw was like three men trying to come and take my bag, and I was
Yeah.
like, I can carry my own fucking
Yeah.
suitcase. Thank you.
Imani hit us with like that trope, the strong woman trope in like movies or
I
whatever,
really,
where they're like, I don't need no fucking man.
I
I'm a
really did.
strong, independent woman.
I wanted to, yeah. I didn't want the. I don't know what. I do it all the time. It's not bad. I did it today. Like people were like, "Let me help you with that," and I was like, "I fucking got it. Thank you."
I got it. Okay.
I looked exactly like that. I actually
Yeah.
barked a couple times. It was not a good first impression. No, you guys were nice though.
So I did that and I felt bad, so I didn't talk to her again.
Oh,
I
you
didn't.
really?
I didn't. I didn't talk. I was like, oh, I'm not. Here was my impression, Imani. I was like, maybe she's one of those like man hating women, and so you know what? I'm just gonna steer clear. I'm not gonna
Oh,
say
no,
much to her.
no.
You know, it's whatever.
I'm so sorry. I do that sometimes. Which I don't regret it, to be fair. I can carry my own bag. I don't want you thinking that I was weak. That was it.
Yeah.
But I realized that that's not a good first impression. I should have been like, "Thank you for offering." I don't think I said that.
Yeah. But women are weak. No.
You couldn't carry it yourself, frankly.
But you couldn't. Let's be for real here. Okay, so what happened next? So that happened. I couldn't tell you when the hat thing happened. I'm just gonna
Well, it
say
must have been like either a day or two later. Like I remember, because I
so
think because I
we had a free
vividly
day.
remember. Yeah.
We had a free day.
Well, I
So it must have
remember.
been at least like the day after. So not the day after, but like another day must have gone by because I don't think you
I
came
think
and then we immediately had a break like the next day.
no, but I remember because I was like, "Can I give my first impression of you?" And
Hmm.
it like because I don't remember because I remember us going up
We
the
did this, by
mountain.
the way. First impressions. We did this at the end of the trip. We all were sitting in like a group, and I just kept
That
asking
was
people, "What's everybody's first impression of each other?"
that was a fun vibe. A little awkward. A little like, oh, like what do you mean? Like I feel like Grace kept getting like yeah, Grace, you just seemed like really scary. Grace was like, why? I don't understand. But like I remember like I kind of remember you vaguely throughout like when we were like climbing that mountain for that sounds like we were in the fucking like 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 the
Are you talking
fucking
about
like
Table
I don't
Mountain?
know. Yeah,
Oh,
no.
or the hill where you can like
The
overlook
one
the
where it's like
city.
the southernmost point when we were at that like the
Oh,
beaches. Like we
okay.
were at the southernmost point. At least I think.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that was like the day after we got there. I remember because I was like just so happy to like be out and doing stuff with you. I remember that was when I started getting like an idea of your personality. Because you were like really like jolly and like talking to people and like goofy, but not in a way where I'm like, okay, bitch, we're on a mountain. Don't be stupid. Like, not like that. You were just
Hmm.
sort of like fun and goofy and like excited. And I remember like, I was like, oh, he has a really good vibe. But I viscerally remember you. What K pop, what group was it?
Oh, I said I was saying I remember this. We were all sitting on the couch.
Yeah, yeah. We just got back.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I just wanted to flex that I liked K-pop so that the girlies would be like, "Oh shoot,
Which is
he
crazy because I don't think any of them knew what the
he's a
fuck you were
knower."
talking
I was like, yeah, I listen to K-pop. You know, we're talking about. Well, I know a bit about some butter. What y'all know about some butter? What y'all know about Twice?
Twice. It was Twice. I can't remember what Twice song it was.
Fancy
No, it was Ice
probably.
Cream.
Ice
I
cream. Oh
I
yeah,
think you started singing it and I jumped in and I remember that. That was like the first time I feel like we had had a moment.
I remember that because Ice Cream was a song at that point that was stuck in my head because of a certain a certain line. I would go around and for whatever reason, like every time someone asked me how am I doing, and I would say I'm chilling, I would just say the rest of the line, chilling like a villain. Yeah, rah, rah, rah. And they're like, what are you talking about,
Crazy.
dude? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That came out of me. I
That
don't
came
know.
out. I'm sorry.
LOL.
That
You get the
was
full verse.
so that was our first little moment.
I
Um,
remember that so viscerally. That was like that was fun for me. Like, and it makes me laugh that you're like, I want to get the girlies on my side, and I'm like, I don't think a single other soul in that room knew that, knew that song.
but you know, I think that they just went along with it because I was a cool person.
True. They're like, oh my god, Jalen's such a little like he's so silly.
Mm.
Aw.
Um, let's see. I was kind of breaking down on my show, but I was like semi quiet for a majority of the beginning of the trip. I slept a lot, guys. The 13-hour plane ride over there fucked me up. I remember there was
Oh
one point.
no.
I remember there was one point where Tyler was like, "Dude, this is the trip of your life, and you're sleeping through it." I'm like, "I'm sleeping on the van, bro. Calm down." Like, I'm like, "I'll see these views on the way back." Like,
No, quite like legitimately though. Like I get it. I feel like anytime we were in the van, Tyler was like it was conversation time for Tyler,
it
which like
was.
respect. But like I have to sleep sometime. These are long ass rides to like all these different locations. Like I will have fun when we get there.
I'm like, if you want me to have the energy to do or interact with wherever we're going next, I need this sleep.
I need this.
I need this.
you
Um,
you you were clonking out though a lot. I do have
I
lots of pictures
was,
of you just
I
asleep
was,
in the
I
van.
was, I,
Very stories.
and you know what? it's true to my character, guys. I nap a lot. Every time I go over Tyra's house, you know what? Tyra's mom and dad catch on so well to my napping. They're like, Jalen, have you had your nap today? I'm like, what you talking about? I'm like, I don't need no nap. I mean, I don't say girl, I'm a grown ass man, but I'm like, I'm an adult. I don't need no dang nap. What you talking about? And then, Imani, their couch is so comfortable. I swear, Imani. Also,
No.
okay, not to get like psychological, but like I do remember I asked my therapist at one point, and she said that you get like more comfortable and like sleepier around like places where you're most comfortable or like around those you love. So that has something to do with it. Yeah, where you like feel safe. I'm like, so okay. So there's that.
Honestly, yeah.
And also, Imani, I think there's just something like about the lighting of their house. Like,
you mean the fact that it's dark as shit in there? Yeah.
It's like there's just like a dimming kind of like it's just a sleepy vibe. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
bro, they don't have enough. I look. I respect. They don't have enough fucking lights in that goddamn house.
I mean,
like every time I walk in, I'm like, I'm in a cave, and I respect it, but I'm in a cave right now. Like I literally, they have very dim, like soft lighting, and quite frankly, not enough of it. Like just enough where I'm like, yeah, I'm sleepy. I'm in the dark.
I love it. When I'm sitting in that living room, I'm like, there's something. Okay, it's always this thing where me, Tyra, and her mom, we like watching movies together. Sometimes her sister is there too, and we watch movies, and I cannot help but fall asleep. I really can't. I really can't.
That's crazy.
And I say that I'm gonna stay up, and what's crazy is I get there, I'm wide awake and everything. As soon as we sit down, as soon as we're watching a movie, I'm like,
Not the lean back. Not the lean back. No, Jalen, no.
I'm not.
Jalen, no.
No, I'm not.
Oh my god, not the half awake. Not the eyeball twitch.
That's literally what it is. It's literally
my dad, oh my god, my dad's so can I tell you what I'm getting my dad for Christmas related to just he will fall asleep anywhere. And I realized that staying with him for 6 months, I'm like, he'll just be on the couch and I'm like TV on.
I have that power too.
Just to like pass out.
I'll fall asleep anywhere. Imani, I'll fall asleep on like like the
I-10,
the subway. I'll fall asleep in the car. We'll be in the middle of a wreck, Imani, and I'll just so I'm just saying it's what I do.
They're like, oh no, he's dead. He's like, nah, he's just asleep. Don't worry. Actually, just don't bother him. We'll get him out.
Yeah. I wrecked my car, and they were just knocking on the window, like, sir. I'm like, oh shoot, yeah.
Literally, but I'm gonna get my dad. I take pictures of him when he's asleep. The same thing with you. When we were in South Africa, I just be taking because you know what, it is embarrassing. Pictures. Frankly, falling asleep in public.
I don't know.
Do what you gotta do, but it's embarrassing. I will take a picture of you with it.
I look good when I sleep. I don't know. She was taking pictures of me. She was like, "Oh, it's embarrassing." I'm like, "I don't know. I look fine as hell." I don't know.
You know what? You do sleep really well. It does really piss me off. Like you just look like kind of serious. You're just like, it's with like your fucking cut jawline too. It pisses me off. You do look pretty. You look fun. You look like so normal.
And I don't snore.
You don't.
I really don't. Tyra said there. I think she said that she mentioned there was one point where she heard me snore for like half a second, where I was just like, and that was it. Like, just like the quickest snore, more of a snort, like a pig snort than anything, and then that's it. Like I just don't snore. I looked into it. I don't know what it is. Some people just don't. Some people just don't snore. I don't know.
Tyra's so fucking loud at night. I love her, but like I don't even know if she like snores like that. But she like when like she rubs her nose like a million fucking times. You might be a heavy sleeper. So I don't know, but I feel like I'm a light.
Oh yeah, I am a heavy sleeper.
When I'm with her, it'll be like for like every like 5 minutes, and then she's like back asleep, and I'm like, it just sounds painful. Like I feel so worried every time I hear it.
It does hurt me. Not to. I'm not. I don't know, but not to harp on this too much. But yeah, I do feel bad when she's like got her allergies going. And she's like, I'm like, baby, no. I'm like, no, please. I just want to fight him for her. Like, I don't know what to do.
I'm punching the allergies out of her nose.
Just start punching her lungs. Like, no, baby, no.
Breathe.
No.
Oh my god, you as the who's the fucking crab from
Larry the lobster?
SpongeBob. the breathe, damn you.
Breathe, darn you. Yeah. But okay. To circle back to South Africa.
So South Africa.
So
oh my god.
Where even were we? Okay, so me sleeping on the bus. That's just
what you sleep forever. Yeah.
What we did.
I don't know if you sat because you didn't. Because like when we were, because I feel like van was for bonding time, especially.
Yeah.
But I feel like you didn't sit with us at that much at first.
I don't know if I even was in y'all's van, to be honest.
I don't think you were in our van at first. Like it was just me, like Adium, Jamie, and Tyler. I remember they were in our van a lot. But yeah, you were not in our van at the start of it, I don't think.
And then I started to I started to join with you guys because I was like, hey, I want human interaction with people that are my age. That'd be cool.
We're the cool band.
Also, I feel like I don't remember which one I was spending more time with, whether it was Tulani or Barnabas, but I started.
I think you were no, because I remember because Barnabas always drove the other bus, so that was a popular bus for a while. But I was always on the bus with Tulani, so I kind of felt like, oh, I think this is what I think. I don't remember. I don't think I was on the bus with Barnabas that much.
I don't know. I really don't remember. A little off subject though, but I do remember one point Barnabas and Tulani were our guides, and
oh my god, the Barnabas! People made that joke. I remember. Where did you?
I started that joke. I did.
That's good.
I did.
I'm sure he's tired of hearing that shit.
Look. The first time I said it, like it didn't really click to Barnabas, but after a while he was like, "Who wants to hop on the Barnabas?" And I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
He's got it.
You know what I'm saying? He's got it. One day so Barnabas, cool dude, love him. Honestly, I wish that we were somehow able to still talk to him for more. Like, it's so weird because like we only talked to the dude, we only knew the dude for 2 weeks, and yet like, and we'll probably never see him again besides like on pictures, and like, it was just great. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but
no, I get it. Yeah.
I got off the bus one day. I remember it. I'm sure Imani knows where I'm going with this. Barnabas, he goes to dap me up and he goes, "What up, my nigga?" And when I tell you, first off, for anyone who doesn't know, that word is not in the South African vocabulary.
Not the lingo.
Not really part of the lingo. I don't know.
It's like makes sense, I guess. Like, but like that traumatized me, frankly.
I don't know where he got. I don't know if he just wanted to finally be able to say it to a brother or something. I don't like, nothing prompted him. I didn't. This wasn't something that we talked about before. I wasn't mad at him.
Crazy. I thought you guys had talked about it.
No. I wasn't mad at him. I wasn't mad at him. That I didn't have a problem with this. Bless you. And nothing like no kind of drama came from this. It was just, honestly, it was just baffling. I just remember sitting there and I was just like, what?
Maybe I was like, were there even enough like black people on the trip for us for him to like have overheard it at some point? But I'm like,
did we? I'm like, I didn't say it ever. So I'm like, where did? I'm like, hey, I swear he was just listening to a song with that word in it, like on the way back, Imani, and so he was just like, Jalen will get it.
Nigga.
What up, my I like that. He was just like, nigga. He was just listening. He was just listening to just DNA by Kendrick Lamar. He's just like, yeah, nigga.
I like this one. I like this is a good word. Which is crazy because in his accent, it sounds so much funny.
It was funny. It was so funny. That's why. I mean, it was baffling because it was funny and like it was just surprising that he said it. So it was just like, "What up, my nigga?" And I'm just like,
ooh,
oh, hey, Barnabas, what's up? and we never said anything else after that. He never said it again. I don't know if it was. I swear it was just something he wanted to say.
He wanted to test it on you, and he was like, "Okay, not a good reaction."
Okay, okay, not a good reaction. We can write that one off.
I do love the idea that he tested out anytime, because I mean, like, they do this, like they host other groups. I'm sure they've gotten other American groups. I wonder if he like tested out.
He's just
when he gets black people in.
He's just like, okay, so not that one. Okay,
not a good one.
Next one.
But they like when I call them brother.
Okay, yeah, brother.
Brother is universal. The amount of fucking
seems to be amount of
people. The amount of black people in South Africa, they're like, my sister, and I'm like, oh, okay, and they'll get me every time. Every time I'm like, okay, black person.
I know, and then
like,
then they'll do this to you, and then they'll go, oh my brother, oh you have to buy,
no,
you buy from me, you have to buy from my sister over there, you have to, okay.
Really, they be hyping each other up, and I'm like, I'm not mad at it. And they'll overcharge me, but like, fair enough.
And then they're just like, I still got Rand, by the way.
That's crazy. Why do you have that much?
Honestly,
bro, why didn't you
honestly, I forgot. I felt bad when I got home and I had this much Rand. I was like, dang, someone could have this, but
no, really,
because I was like, oh yeah, I just want to keep a few, but like I just never, I just never got it back. So, I'm sorry. I'm gonna hide this actually because, but anyways, they'd be like, oh, it's 200. I'll be like, I only have 100 Rand. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just give me that shit right there.
Yeah. They're like, I want this transaction over. I'm like, okay, you called me over here. I just wasn't sure.
Okay.
I don't honestly though. Some people, I'm trying not to like name names.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, but some people on the trip were like too good at haggling in a way where
one of our teachers. One of our teachers. He was like,
I was thinking one of the people too. I remember hearing like people being like, "Yeah, I got this," and I haggle them down, which like respect, I guess. But I'm like, as a tourist, you kind of should give them a little extra. Like I feel like
he was like,
you don't have to be treating them like a local. I'm like, you can pay the extra Rand. It's okay.
I swear it was like watching a SpongeBob episode, and I was like looking at Mr. Krabs because there was one point where one of our teachers was like, hey, "Let me show you, John. This is how you haggle, okay?" He was like, so he was holding something. He was like, I kind of like this. Okay, what? How much? He's like 700. He's like, I can't do 700. Can't do 600. I can't do 600. And he just get him down to like 400 or 300 or 200. Okay, I can do 200. Yeah. I'm like, that's crazy. You just robbed that man.
No. That's what it started feeling like. Because I was so worried about the haggling part because I'm not good. I'm not confrontational. I'm really not confrontational. I will mostly be like, I'll just pay whatever you want for it. Like I don't want to have that thing. But there are some people where I'm like, I feel like you're straight up robbing these people. Because either they're trying to rob you. Because like if you're telling me you're settling for 400 Rand, either you were trying to rob me or you were getting robbed. Because like that's just that's just such a huge price jump. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't like this world. I'm like, I hate it.
Oh my God. I remember there was one point where I was looking at rings. I was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind a ring, but none of the rings fit me because they were all like one size, and I was like, I have very skinny fingers, so none of these rings fit me. And I remember the guy kept like chasing me around the marketplace, like, hey, you gotta buy one of these rings. I'm like, man, my man, they don't fit me. Like I'm not gonna buy it. I'm sorry, like. They don't fit me, and they're like, "No, how about one of these?" I'm like, "But they don't fit me."
That's the worst thing, because if they're trying to haggle for stuff that you want, then it works out. Especially if they're like, because I'm like, you can be like, oh, okay, like like maybe you just don't be too enthusiastic about it, but like otherwise, like it doesn't feel like too difficult to be like, oh, I can do this. But like the problem was with that one marketplace or that one like square we went to. I literally was like, I don't want to go around here alone. Like I like grabbed like my other roommate, I was like, please stay with me because they will not stop talking to me, and I frankly don't want to buy their things. Like, no shade, but and they're like trying to haggle down, and I'm like, I didn't want it in the first place. I'm so sorry. It's oh man, I love them. They're great. I respect it so much.
I do too. So
anyway,
finally, we've talked about everything, but actually how we met. So we met at this point, but this is when
how we got acquainted. I guess
this is how it started, guys. All right, we for whatever reason something got canceled. I think like the wine tasting got canceled, and so we had 2 or 3 hours of free time. So we decided to just go down to the beach.
You're telling it bad. You're telling it not good.
Okay.
So, the wine tasting was way later. Like that.
Oh no, I was just saying there was something
that got canceled, but this was like early on in the trip.
Okay.
It was like a restaurant. Yeah, I think we were supposed to go out to a restaurant, but I think instead it was like, let's eat somewhere like local or whatever, and then we were like, we're gonna go out to the beach because for all case and purposes, the house that we were set up with was like literally like on a cliff.
Mr. Beast was there.
The fucking ocean.
Just saying, Mr. Beast and Logan Paul, the villains of YouTube, but. At the time, I think Logan Paul was still kind of the villain of YouTube, but Mr. Beast was not. And back then, what did we call her? What did we call her? I really don't remember.
Something?
Mama.
Is that, am I being racist? I think it was Mama something, but I can't remember.
I think it was Mama something, and we just called her Mama for short. Anyways, we're gonna continue to call that because we know that who we talking about.
She's my favorite person in the world. The way she made us food when like me and my mom were sick and like stuck in the house. I love her. Literally, like it was the last day and we were like taking pictures with her and she was like, yeah, I met Logan Paul or like Mr. Beast, and we were like,
you did?
What? And then we has a picture with him.
And then we flipped through the books and we're like, oh my God, she's not lying.
Literally. I was like, you're telling us this is the last day?
It's like your grandma when you're like, okay, grandma, yeah. I met Mr. Beast. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's get you back to bed.
Let's get you back to bed. But she actually did. So we're like, oh, grandma.
Crazy. Okay, grandma.
Okay. So yeah.
Insane.
So
but yeah, no, it was a really, really gorgeous house. Like, I mean, like obviously it's like a big cohort.
Gorgeous
of us
view.
There. Yeah. But and like so I think like that night, I think it was like dusk, dawn, like it was getting dark. And we were like, it'll be nice. We all wanted to go on the beach. And I don't know, I don't know how to describe what it felt like walking on the beach that day, other than like what I think being in the middle of a tornado would feel like.
Yeah. First off, all right, Imani's telling it bad. It was nowhere near dusk. I don't know what she's talking about with that. Or
was it not?
It was nowhere near nighttime. I don't know what she's talking about. This was like 2, maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Like it was really windy. Yeah, it was really windy. Like, and I think I don't even think it had anything to do with the weather. I think it was because there's like we were at what was it called? Something Nook Beach, Sand Nook, Nord Hook.
Keep trying.
North Hook. I think that sounds right. North Hook.
I believe you.
I think it was.
Don't remember
the word north and then HOEK. I think that's what it was. Anyways, North Hook. So there's like a big like mountain, and I'm not a scientist or anything, but like there's a big mountain over here, and so like something about the waves and like the mountain somehow makes the wind blow really hard on that beach.
Believe it. We were in like a really weird like corner. It's like it was really like the mountains were really heavy. Like it was like so many, like there were a lot of mountains that were like cutting the wind, I think, a weird way. It was a really interesting, like it's just really mountainous terrain. Like I don't think I'm used to being on beaches that are that like in the mountains. But anyway, there was sand in my fucking eyes. Simply, honestly, sand in my teeth. I literally felt like
it was kind of miserable. Probably the most, if I ever had to pick one, probably the most miserable experience I've ever had on the beach.
It was like, because at first I was like, it's silly, like it's a little windy. Like I don't know why we were all so determined because like
to get to the water.
it's a long walk through the beach, and we all just kept going,
and
it just kept getting worse.
And let me tell you guys, it was pushing us. Like I was stumbling on my feet at times. Like it really, Imani's not wrong. It felt like a tornado.
And like the sand would hit you, like, because it would quiet down for like a second, but it would come in like
oh
bursts,
yeah,
like
the sand would punch you in the face.
punch me in the fucking face.
Oh my god, it was crazy.
Like I remember when we got back to the house, people were pouring sand out of their shoes.
I think I had sand. I had sand in all my clothes. Actually, I still had sand when I got back to South Africa in some of my clothes. Or when I got back to South Africa. When I got back home.
Yeah, legitimately, there was like sand in pockets. I'm like,
there was sand in my phone. It was terrible.
Oh yeah. Oh man, we were ill prepared. That was so stupid.
It was miserable. But
while we were I'll just tell up to like the incident. Like I had finally gone to like my roommates who were like jackets over their heads, like huddled in a corner, trying to like block themselves from the wind. And I was like huddled with them, like thinking like, okay, like this is actually better. At least like none of us will, my jacket's protecting me. I'm not having sand in my face. I'm all good. And like, I'm pretty sure I was wearing a cap like exactly like this. If not, it was my red hat, but I can't remember. I think I was wearing a cap. And like so fast, it took me seconds to process what the fuck was happening. Like the gust of wind just like my hat like shoots off my head down the fucking beach. Like so fast I didn't know what the fuck was happening until it was happening.
Yeah. And I ran after it.
And sorry, let me specify. Not like, because I was running after it, like.
But Imani gave up on the hat. She said, "Fuck that hat."
I didn't. Okay, look, it was going.
The wind stole that hat like they were a wide receiver and just said,
literally.
It was
barreling down to the end zone. Like legitimately, it just kept going so far away. I was like, damn. Like I'm not saying like normal.
Do you think
running.
That football reference was good, by the way? Was that
no,
good?
That was
wide receiver. Okay.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know anything about football, so I don't know.
Wide receivers, yeah.
Yeah.
Just straight to the end zone.
Yeah. Hopefully Cyrus will cut this out so that he'll just put the part where I said wide receiver. Yeah.
Literally. But like I was like running after my hat. You were like lead character in like a shonen anime, like arms doing this, like zooming fucking after my hat. And I remember because there was someone else that was running after my hat because Tyler was running after my hat.
No, it was
oh, who was?
Dang, what's his name?
I know who you're talking about. I forgot. He did.
Dang, I don't remember his name. He's
still on Instagram. I think I still follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, he's one of the few people I've messaged on Instagram. Ryan. I knew as soon as I saw it, I was gonna be like, damn, how did I not remember that? But yeah, Ryan.
Really.
Ryan was
like running at. I was like running.
Did he run after? I think Ryan kind of jogged after him. Was like, oh shit.
Yeah, no. Ryan like in the polite way was like, oh, let me see. You were like top speed, like legitimately like that. Like fast enough where I was like, damn, I didn't know where you came from. I didn't see you at all until you passed me when I was on my way there.
Yeah.
It shocked me so much. You literally to me came out of nowhere. And like I was like, oh my god, you actually might get it. I was thinking like, yeah, I'm just not getting this back. It was really sad. I really like that hat, but I still have it to this day.
Listen, I'm not
me being like, do I remember what hat it was?
I'm not gonna get into any kind of like philosophical, but I will say at that point I was thinking, why am I running after this hat? I'm like, why do I care that much? I'm like, why? What?
Oh my god, were you having an anime main character monologue?
I really was.
In the middle of like a fight sequence.
I really was. I was like, what pushes me to go this far?
What is my motivation here?
Maybe somewhere deep inside, I just want others to help me the way that I would help them, and so
maybe this hat I'm chasing is myself.
Yes, but that's what it was. That maybe by chasing this hat, somehow it will save me in turn. I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
so funny. You were honestly, can I say you were running like that was going through your head? I was like, this is crazy determination for my hat.
And
I
at some
felt
point,
so
I almost fell and was like, "All right, I give up." But for some reason, I just kept going. So I'm just like, "Yeah, no, actually, why am I running after this hat now?" Like, no, no, I'm serious. Like, why am
LOL.
I still? No, it's literally across the beach now.
Looking
Like,
great.
why am I doing it? But I did get the hat. I got it back to Imani. Nothing else happened after that. Uh, like
Totally
we just
normal.
well, no, I just mean like we just like went back inside. We were like, all right, this shit is crazy. Let's just go back inside.
But I will say, like, I was like so because I already thought you were pretty cool, and like I kind of wanted an excuse to talk to you more, but it was like kind of whatever. Like I was just so I felt so grateful, like because it was like it literally was like I was like, oh, it sucks, and the hat's going, and it was like I like that to me was the first time seeing like one of those like a very specific personality trait that you have, which is just like a very like deep sense of care and like also a weirdly deep sense of determination for things. Like like quite literally no one else was gonna go after my hat. And it says something, it said so much about who you were. The fact that you did and like really, really went after it with like the intention of like I'm gonna try to get this back to this person. And like that's just I mean I was grateful, but I was also just like, wow. Like it shocked me so much and I just felt so like it was just such a sense of like appreciation and like recognition of like, oh, like this is something I cared about and you cared about that thing even though you didn't have to. And I just that was just so nice. It was just really nice.
Yeah, and so we have to tell the rest of the story. So
I really saw myself up there. I was like, you're just such a good person. And I was a perfectly fine, normal person to you too, as well.
yeah,
Super nice and super I knew exactly who you were.
and so Imani proceeded to
Wait. You gotta tell it in order. So we were at it was like a normal, like, we were at dinner that night, which like,
we already
sitting at the
had
big
dinner
table,
around this table, like in the house,
like in the
like
dining room.
where
Which
everybody would
sometimes
be
we
able
have
to
like
sit there.
yeah, I think we have like reflection sometimes. I think we're just kind of like talking about the day because like not everyone was outside on the beach, so they're kind of like like we were talking about like how crazy the wind was and everything. And I think I don't know if I mentioned. I think someone might have mentioned like my hat flying away. I don't know if it
No,
was
I
me.
think I mentioned it. I said, yeah, I had to run after Imani's hat. I said something like
Yeah.
that. And Imani was so like grateful because she's like, oh my God, Tyler remembers my name. She was talking to like one of the other like girls there, Audium. Wait, are we? Well, I already said her name. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, too fair. To which
Um,
Audium looks at me and is like, "You mean Jalen?" And I was like, "Oh."
you're like, oh no, I'm a
like
terrible
with
person.
like there is a for context. Look, you and Tyler don't look. You don't look anything alike, but you were both charismatic, light skinned
Yeah,
ass niggas. All
we
right.
had very similar personalities. We did. We had a difference in how we structured our, what do you want to call it?
I don't know. I'm not sure where
I
you're
I
going.
don't, well, I was trying to like reference like the note you wrote to me, like the Christmas note you wrote last
Oh
year.
my god, yeah. Wait, me being like, how did I word it?
But
It's just a
that's a
different.
very emotional note. So I'm not gonna read that. It's still right
Yeah,
here. But
that's fair. But it is like and I also don't want to like. It just there's a ooh okay without saying like there's a deepness to the way that you interact with people that was different, I guess. Than
yeah, to say it in the nicest way, the not so nicest way that she said in the note. Um,
it was
actually, no, it wasn't that mean. It
I
wasn't
don't
that
think
mean.
it
But
was.
it was just
I
like,
hope it wasn't.
I feel like if Tyler read it, he'd be like, what the. But
That's true. And Tyler's a perfectly great, like, cool guy. Like, I
yeah,
fucked with him. He was great, like on the trip. Uh, but no, I literally, it was truly like the the most horrific because you didn't know that. Like, you didn't hear us talking. Like, I told you that afterwards that moment happened once we got closer. But like, I love Audium for being like immediately being like, "You mean Jalen?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's not good.
That's
That's
not
not
good.
good." Later in the pictures. But I appreciate you holding it over my head for has it been 2 years?
But I haven't ever since you wrote that note though. I didn't.
That's true. I repented.
You did. You did. She wrote the most emotional note for Christmas in the hope that I would cry, guys.
That's true. I was really hoping.
She sent this text to my girlfriend who I was with in Raleigh at the time.
Oh, really?
And it made Tyra cry, and she was looking at me. She was like, "Oh," she's like, "I love you," and I'm like,
Did
"Oh,
you really?"
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, I love you too,
Oh
babe."
my God.
I'm like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Nothing. You'll see." And
wait, that's so funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I made Tyra cry twice then, because she cried when she read the letter I wrote her. I was not expecting her to cry.
That still hurt my heart, by the way. Just seeing her wanting to come and hug. Like, wait, you and I were just talking, and suddenly all we hear is, I'm like, "Baby, no, what's that?" And she's like coming after you with the hug, but you were 6, and you were like,
yeah, guys, I had COVID last Christmas. I was trying to give everyone gifts while I was like socially distanced. That one hurt a lot. I really wanted to give her a hug. And Tyra's she's not the hugest hugger. Like, we're not the hugest huggers. Like, when it comes to each other. Like, I was gonna say, honestly, kind of a double standard. It's kind of fucked up. It's fine. Like, why won't you hold my hand? It's okay.
All right.
But like, literally, I feel like we'll be excited to see each other and then give each other like the most polite hug. I would squeeze her to death if I could, but she's such a gentle hugger with me that I like meet that little like that gentleness. And so it's so rare that she like comes at me with like hug energy like that. And I felt so upset that I couldn't hug her. I was like, "Girlie, no."
No. Damn. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. But so the rest of the trip, I mean, we just started talking more. She figured out that my name wasn't Tyler, and
I knew that your name wasn't Tyler.
And the rest was history. I also, in our last reflection, made all these bitches cry.
You really did.
Made them cry.
Okay, but I will say, like, half the crying was just like, "Wow, what a great trip." The other half of the crying was like, "Is he okay?" Like, I still remember my mom on the plane being like, "Hey, do you know if Jalen's all right?" Like, I just feel like you need to check on him. I was like, I honestly am not sure. Like,
also,
I'm hoping so.
Honorable mentions. I remember I think we were playing cards or something. Imani found out my sexuality, and she was kind of bummed out about it. You were, because she said, because I don't know, I don't even know how, but I just said, "No, I mean, I'm straight." So she's like, "You are?" She's like, "That's unfortunate." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
You know what it is, but that's how you know I was really comfortable with you off the bat. Because I feel like I wouldn't say that to everyone. Me being that honest was me being like, I want you to know. My brain.
I want you to know I thought you were gay, bro. At least bi or something. Had to be.
At least bi. Disappointing us, but it's fine. I was gonna say, Tyra knows. I'm like, I'm in love with I'm just in love with gay men. Fruity men. Also, frankly, I will say, you're not gay, but you are fruity. You're definitely a fruity boy.
I am. I'm
in a good way.
I'm dare I say it, comfortable in my sexuality.
Which is literally
literally the goal. I really strive for everyone to reach that point. Like, I don't. It's really heartbreaking to see that men feel like. I mean, I guess women too, but I'm trying to think. Like, do women struggle with
like having to validate their sexuality?
I'm just like, do women have a problem with like touching into their masculine side? Like, do they struggle with? I don't want to like. I don't know.
To be fair, I can't speak for all women. Definitely am not this. I'm too gay for that. I will say, but like, I do think, like, from a sociological standpoint, we do talk about that a lot. It's adjacent, but like especially like the example I'm thinking of is like specifically for like trans people, like trans men and trans like women. Like there is a certain sense of like there are a multitude of challenges that like exist depending on like if you're transitioning from like male to female in terms of like society and how they process that transition, and like female to male, like there's different difficulties. But one thing in terms of like wanting to get to a point of validity and of getting people to see you differently, like there is a social thing where it's like if you're like seen as a female and you are trans and you're transitioning to be like a man, it feels like a way larger hump to go over, because it's like it is a thing where like if you're a woman dressing like in kind of like male kind of clothes, there's not really a stigma around that. Like people might call you a tomboy, but it's like there's a huge leap between people being like, oh, you're like a tomboy type girl, and like you're just like kind of like an angsty broy girl. Like it takes a lot more for them to look at you as a man than like if you're like a male transitioning to female, because when it comes to like that sense of masculinity, that is so easily fucking broken. Like you could wear makeup one day or like put on a dress or like wear shoes different or paint your nails, and it's already like you'll have more people being like are you gay, are you like trying to be a woman, like you'll have way more people associating you with the label woman faster than you would if you're like transitioning from female to male. It's like
Yeah, I mean,
it's
like
very interesting.
even not, and not just that, even like I mean, I go to the gym and as like I like doing. Here's the thing, and I don't want to get like creepy about this, but like I watch other people in the gym. Okay, I watch men and women, and the reason is because I look at.
I don't discriminate.
I don't discriminate. Okay, no, but I watch them because if they're doing something that I've never seen before, that I'm like, I might try that. Wait a minute. Okay, then that's how you do. Okay. Like I'll take that, and so the next time I go to the gym, I'm like using that, and so I started doing barbell glute bridges where you like put the bench like at the edge of the machine, you have your back on it, and then you're like with your glutes coming like up and down with the bar. Like I mean I can't do it sitting down, but like it's hard to
No,
explain.
demonstrate to me right now.
Yeah, so basically you're just like
Oh,
you know what I
is that
mean?
what it is?
Like with the
Oh,
bar,
okay.
and the bar's like right there. Yeah, so
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen people do that.
so
I've seen my gym crush do that.
a lot
Why
more
her thighs are so great.
women than men do that, and
That's true.
so I think I'm the only man that I've seen do it, or like guys that are with their girlfriends. But like I feel like I'm the only man that has done it with no other woman there, and like it's fine to do that position. I don't know why we have this idea that there's certain exercises that only men should do, and certain exercise. No, actually, there's only certain exercises that women should do, but women can do any other one that men can. I don't know. It's this weird. It's
No,
this weird
again,
thing.
no, absolutely. Like it's really like it's kind of sad to see. Like it's a weird thing because it's like it makes me so sad for because again I think that's always made me so sad for like men or like people that identify as such or are seen as such, not being able to like do those things without like being seen as like without your gender or your sexuality being questioned because of this like because of like a workout you're doing in the gym. You know what I mean? Like something that feels so small but is made to seem so big. But I also think on the other end, it's like for people that like again, it's a weird dichotomy where it's like but also the ability for women or like femme presenting people to like do a lot of masculine type stuff and still like be like, yeah, that's just like a woman, like for it not to really have an effect on like how people perceive you is also really frustrating. Hey guys, gender binary kind of sucks, kind of dumb, frankly. I know I'm the first one to say that, the first person ever actually, but want to establish it here on the Aceline Podcast. Kind of doesn't make any sense.
Kind of doesn't make any sense. I just think that in order to be comfortable. In order to be confident in yourself, you have to love the all of you. And so um I mean, Uncle Iroh literally said, you know, understanding the elements and the other nations will help you become whole. And so just because you're not a woman doesn't mean you can't, like, you know, understand when you can't, like, understand or learn from them or do something like them. And you're not like gay or whatever or you're not gay or weird for wanting to be different or funny or just whatever. Like, I mean, when we went to the Renaissance Festival, we literally saw guys in maid outfits, and
yes,
I love that shit.
What an iconic!
I would have done that. Okay, if I thought
you
of it.
Good in a maid outfit too. Frankly.
I would look amazing. And so it's just like, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I mean, a guy that's not comfortable in his sexuality might have saw that and was like, those guys are gay. They're gay.
That I hate that assurance. Like, it's such a, like, the assumption that, like, you can reduce people to that.
Right. I'll just end it with this. Listen. I used to say this all the time. How can you be something that you know you're not? Right? And what I mean by that is, like, if something makes you feel like you're gay, how does that make any sense? If something makes you feel like you're gay, maybe you are more like that thing than you might think, because anyone who knows who they are can do something outside of their sexuality and be totally comfortable with it. Like,
no, I get what you mean.
And so, like when you're playing a video game and you kill somebody, does that make you feel like a murderer? Like, no, right? Like, so
like, you know you're not.
You know you're not. So, like, in that same way, like, I literally sat beside a guy. This is the last thing I'll say because we're just ending, but I literally sat beside a guy at a hot tub one time, Imani. We were maybe this far from each other. And he, at one point, he was like, I had the space to move over. He was like, yeah, thank God you moved over, bro, because it was probably looking a little gay out here. I'm like, no one is thinking that but you, dog. You are the only one thinking that we look gay. And so, honestly, that's on you, because I ain't think that for a second.
You gotta start giving people that of being like, well, are you gay? Like,
no, really. That's what you have to start doing.
No, it's like, well, then I don't think it's a problem.
Right.
Can I say I think you might have told me this, like, said that to me before, but it like, I can't explain to you how much sense that makes and how true it is for, like, a multitude of, like, issues that people have, like, coming to terms with their identity in the face of, like, society looking at them different or, like, whatever. That of, like, how can you be something you know you're not is so universally true. It's like, the only way that you could be is if you're not sure who you are. And then take that journey to figure that out, you know? Right. So the next time someone says some shit, you know, and you don't need to justify it, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
True. Damn. Okay, we're only 2 minutes over.
And so, with that being said, we got a little philosophical at the end, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the podcast.
A little backstory for you of our time.
Oh.
Did you hear any of that? No.
No. Oh no. I thought you said a little backstory about, like, how we're gonna end this early, talking about Tyra. But never mind. I do want to throw this out there. Arcane. First, however many episodes, I don't know, because I'm not looking at it. Comes out tomorrow.
Shit! I didn't realize it was so soon.
First episodes come out tomorrow. I gotta look at my work schedule, because I was honestly thinking we might do, like, a watch party type beat. And if not, I think I work Saturday night, but if I work Saturday morning, then we can watch it. If I work Saturday night, I'm hoping that maybe we can all get together and watch it Sunday.
Sunday night. I have a semi-busy Sunday, which is why I, like, literally told
maybe we can watch, like, at least an episode or something.
Anything Saturday night, because I need to like organize my life.
Yeah.
But let me know. Just keep me updated, because I would not be mad.
Maybe we can watch, like, one episode.
Yeah, just something quick.
If anything, because those episodes are like an hour long, and I don't know how many episodes there are going to be. I'm hoping There better be at least 16 episodes altogether. That's all I'm saying.
You're kissing God a lot this episode. Okay.
God's look, I'm gonna feel a kiss on my forehead all of a sudden.
In the middle of the night.
He's gonna be like, don't worry, baby boy. There will be 16 episodes. I'm like, oh,
whoa. So how many were in the first season?
9.
Not that many, right?
9.
Like 8? 9? Oh, 9.
Yeah.
You being like, and we're gonna double it.
And we're gonna double it. Thank you so much. All right.
I really appreciate it.
This has been our 6th episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say
7th. One of those. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Guys, I sure hope at some point maybe we get back to the Marvel tier list.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
We completely forgot about that Marvel tier list. We also didn't do our technically. I mean, no, we did the tier list for last month. We have to do a tier list for this month.
True, we need a new tier list.
Imani needs to pick it. So maybe in the next episode or the episode after that, we will do this month's tier list. So Imani has to think about that. Also, Imani's talking about wanting us to write creepypasta. So
yes, wait, I forgot about that.
Even though that was a Halloween thing, we'll still do it.
It's past spooky season. Creepypasta is good anytime. I will say, I started drafting up an idea, and I think it's just depressing. I don't know if it's actually scary.
We should also do 2-sentence horror stories.
I've seen those on Reddit.
Yeah,
those are really good.
So I was thinking we would do this thing where I just give you a list of them, and then like we'll both like write them out. You know what I mean?
No.
Like when we find the time, not on the podcast, like when we find the time, and then come the next episode, we'll like read them to each other, kind of thing.
Oh yes. I will say we're not very succinct people in our writing, so that'll be fun.
I do wonder. I love to see the differences in our writing.
I know. That would be really fun. That's why I'm like, it'd be fun to do little writing prompts, little fun things.
It would.
Seasonal stuff.
But all right. We got a game, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm Jalen.
I'm Imani.
And we will see you in the next episode.
See you in the next one. Wait. I'm so sorry. Before we go, sorry, this is epilogue now. I need everyone to know I'm not affiliated with the Army. I stole this hat from work. And really, to me, I think it represents the BTS Army. And I feel like I need to preface that now that I'm wearing it. I just feel like it was really left field for me to be wearing this hat, and I feel like I needed to say that.
I was gonna say something about that, but I can't believe Imani's a veteran.
Yeah, I actually joined the Army. Yeah, it's people that I serve.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you as well, and
thanks for thinking of me.
Thank you for thanking me. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you.
And thank you.
And thank you.